Wow, what an amazing panel that was. And like others out there, we have an amazing talent out there. I want to give a great opening of Ellie Goulding. She is a multi-platinum selling singer and songwriter, and Ellie Goulding's career includes 2 Grammy Award nominations, a Golden Globe nomination, 2 Brit Awards, sales of 18 million albums, and over 140 million singles, and 23 billion streams worldwide. Wow. But that's just the start of it, right? By her own admission, she hated public speaking, but she has made it her business to get in front of powerful leaders and tell them directly to stop destroying the planet. Her mission is to get youth activists at a seat at the table, from marching at COP26 to even attending Stockholm Plus 50, where she met with youth climate leaders from all over the world. Ellie is a nonstop force of nature for nature. So here she is, Ellie Goulding.
Hello, Overheated. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to Billy and to everyone here today for making this happen. Honestly, such an honor to be here, and it means the world to me, so thank you. It's really good to see you guys. Lovely smiling faces. Thank you, Isaiah, for that lovely introduction as well. I've learned a lot from your activism and your work, and you're amazing, so thank you. Oh, hello, everyone up there. I didn't even see you up there as well. So a few years ago, I decided to express the fears and hopes I carried about our beautiful planet. And I gave the crisis a name out loud, the climate and the nature crisis. I started speaking out and couldn't understand why so few people in my industry were talking about literally the most important thing on Earth. And then I started getting, I suppose, like a kind of backlash to begin with. It felt weird because everything I said seemed to have really huge repercussions, and apparently saying out loud that I was frightened for our future was a big deal. Pleading for us to keep forests intact and those important things, and was treated as if I'd made a really big political statement. In fact, I even started shedding followers on social media, on Instagram and Twitter and things, at an alarming rate. And I was like, oh God, what have I done? But at the same time, I became an environmental ambassador for the UN, and it meant that I had to go into a lot of scary conferences. This isn't scary, this is nice. A lot of scary conferences full of scientists and global leaders and make speeches, which is my worst nightmare. So that wasn't that fun for me. But I carried on. For 3 reasons. The first is, what else would I do? Like you guys, I feel such a strong connection to this planet. And for me, it's not about just now being like an eco-warrior and hugging trees. It's an intuitive understanding that we are 100% reliant on these incredible natural systems provided in this biosphere, which I've learned is just like a posh word for the planet. And we know for clean water, you need healthy forests to balance carbon. You need healthy seas and peat bogs and mangroves and seagrass. In fact, we are nature. This is our system, and we are part of it. So I wasn't going to be that person who stood back and watched these precious things disappear along with our future. And the truth is, our natural world is in a really dangerous state. We're destroying natural systems and the diversity of life faster than it can regenerate. Current extinction rates are around 100 to 1,000 times higher than average the past several million years, and they are accelerating. If we don't act, there will be, quite simply, nothing left. My second reason for speaking up and out is that I didn't trust the people that had the microphone, to be honest. I found their reassurances not very reassuring, as I'm sure you can relate. Yeah, too many old dudes with strong connections to the oil industry for my liking. Global heating seemed to be global cheating. There was always an excuse or some mad plan that seemed to benefit them, but no other member of humanity. Their plans included carrying on as usual, continuing to overheat the planet, and then somehow sucking emissions up with a giant sky hoover to be invented sometime in the future, or trashing this planet and then blasting off to Mars to create a backup biosphere, which is one of the worst things I've ever heard. There's no backup Earth. You can't generate new nature when you destroyed the old stuff. So I just thought I'll just keep going. Kept pushing, kept agitating, annoying people, pissing people off, and I'm keeping a lookout for my real allies, including you guys. And then I found them, these incredible, amazing youth climate and environmental activists like these guys. I think they're going to come up on the screen. Yes, that's me in Sweden last week. And I had the best conversations. It was the best. I did a bunch of different things, speeches and things, but this was the most valuable time I had there. So I caught up with all these guys, and it really was my happy place because I know that you guys represent real change. Young people who travel days, sometimes several of them by canoe to get to these meetings. And I even met a couple of activists from real war zones happening right now that we're all aware of, who have lost literally everything, and they still make the effort to be there. In some cases, these youth activists are considered enemy number one back at home by their own governments. As I've always said, those with vested interests in oil, gas, and mining that's destroying the ancestral lands of these young people are out to get them. So thank you to Shia and Daphne and Ilias and Helena, Juan, Takuma, Cara, Eric, and Grace for your immense courage and commitment. If you're wondering how you're connected to them, you're my third reason. You're their allies, and they need you to stand alongside them. Thanks to the young people who have stood up and pushed their way into the official processes and made the climate and nature crisis their priority, you are already part of a generation that is also a movement. These are my heroes, genuinely, and your allies, and together you're the people I want representing me. You have the interests of this planet at heart. You are the most powerful kinship and global coming together this planet has ever seen, and I am really here for it. So now I ask for you to step up and claim your place in this movement, and there are a million ways to do this. So don't worry if you're an introvert like me, believe it or not, or if you hate TikTok. A lot of people do, I get it. Or if you, maybe everyone likes TikTok here, but TikTokers? No, I've got a few shaking heads. But yeah, I promise there is a U-shaped hole in this global movement where you get to choose your future. And I really believe this global movement is already unstoppable. It's already bigger and more impactful than any other youth-based movement that has ever existed. I know it's still too hard to be heard and to join the decision-making, but that is changing. And I know I'm only one person, but I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that you guys get a seat at the top table. You don't just inspire me, you also represent the most precious thing in my life, which is my one-year-old son, Arthur. I'm sure if he could, he would thank you personally, but he can't talk yet. I know it sounds like there's a lot of work to do, and it does seem really, really, really overwhelming. I get it. But together, working together, we do stand a chance. Wow, that finished really quickly. So, am I allowed to swear or not? Yes. Okay, someone's like, yes. Okay, so I'm going to end with some words from my one of my go-to climate gurus, Marianise Hegler. It's quite sweary, but I think it's fine, right? She says, if someone else did the hard work to make this world as shitty as it is, that means we can do the hard work to make a new, better world. If they can fuck it up, we can fix it up. Buckle up, buttercup. And that's it. And I'll be right there with you. So thank you so much.